Butter, the golden child of the culinary world. A simple pat can transform a dry piece of toast into a breakfast delight. It adds richness and depth to sauces, making our taste buds sing. Baking without butter? Unthinkable, from flaky pastries to decadent cakes. Butter provides the tenderness and flavor we crave. But have you ever stopped to think about how this culinary hero comes to be? The journey from farm to table is a fascinating one, involving both traditional techniques and modern marvels. We'll explore the ins and outs of butter making, from the humble cream to the final product ready to grace your table. Get ready to dive into the creamy world of butter production. We'll uncover the science behind the process, the challenges of making it at home, and the industrial solutions that have made butter a staple in kitchens around the globe. So grab a napkin for those butter cravings and let's get churning. Making butter at home might seem simple. Shake some cream in a jar, right? While technically true, achieving that perfect texture and taste can be tricky. Home cooks often face inconsistent results. Sometimes the butter remains stubbornly trapped in the cream. Other times it turns out grainy or too soft. Temperature plays a crucial role in butter making, and maintaining the ideal range can be a challenge in a home setting. Over-churning is another common pitfall, resulting in tough, overworked butter. And let's not forget the arm workout involved in manually shaking a jar for what feels like an eternity. Fortunately, industrial butter making processes have addressed these challenges, ensuring consistent quality and saving our arms from exhaustion. Let's explore how factories have turned butter making into an efficient and reliable art. Industrial butter production is a marvel of modern technology. Large-scale operations use specialized equipment to streamline the process, guaranteeing consistent results. Cream separators efficiently extract the fat from milk, a far cry from the time-consuming methods of the past. These factories utilize massive churns that can handle vast quantities of cream, reducing the time and labor required. Temperature control is precise, ensuring the butter reaches the perfect consistency every time. And forget about arm workouts. These churns are powered by electricity, not human effort. But the innovations don't stop there. Industrial processes also incorporate pasteurization, a crucial step for eliminating harmful bacteria and extending shelf life. This ensures that the butter we enjoy is not only delicious, but also safe to consume. Before we delve into the step-by-step process, let's talk about the star of the show, cream. This rich, fatty layer that rises to the top of milk is the very essence of butter. The higher the fat content of the cream, the richer and more flavorful the resulting butter will be. Cream's journey begins with cows, goats, sheep, or even buffalo. Their milk, naturally rich in fat globules, is the foundation of all dairy products. These globules are surrounded by membranes, which keep the fat suspended in the milk. To make butter, we need to break down these membranes and encourage the fat molecules to stick together. But before we get to the churning, there's an important step that ensures the safety and longevity of our butter: pasteurization. Section 5. Pasteurization, ensuring butter safety. Pasteurization, named after the renowned scientist Louis Pasteur, is a heat treatment process that eliminates harmful bacteria in milk and cream. This crucial step ensures that the butter we consume is safe and free from pathogens that could cause illness. During pasteurization, the cream is heated to a specific temperature for a precise amount of time. This controlled heating process kills off harmful bacteria without affecting the flavor or quality of the cream. Pasteurization has revolutionized food safety, extending the shelf life of dairy products and protecting consumers from milk-borne illnesses. Now that our cream is safe and ready, let's move on to the most exciting part of the process: churning. Section 6. Churning, the heart of butter making. Churning is where the magic happens. The transformation from liquid cream to solid, spreadable butter. This process involves agitating the cream, forcing the fat globules to collide and stick together. As the churning continues, these fat clusters grow larger, eventually forming butter grains. Traditionally, churning was done in a butter churn, a large barrel-shaped container with a dasher inside. The dasher was moved back and forth, either manually or with the help of animals, to agitate the cream. Today, industrial churns use rotating paddles or other mechanisms to achieve the same result, but on a much larger scale. As the cream churns, you'll notice a distinct change in texture. It will progress from a smooth liquid to a whipped airy state, and finally, to a grainy mass as the butterfat separates from the buttermilk. Section 7. Butter's split personality, buttermilk separation. One of the fascinating aspects of butter making is the separation of buttermilk. As the cream churns and the butterfat clumps together, a thin, milky liquid is left behind. This liquid, known as buttermilk, is a valuable byproduct of the butter making process. Buttermilk gets its name from the traditional method of churning, where the cream was often left to ferment slightly before churning. This fermentation process, similar to yogurt making, gave the buttermilk a slightly tangy flavor. Today, commercially produced buttermilk is often cultured separately, but it retains its characteristic tang. Buttermilk is a versatile ingredient in its own right, used in baking to add tenderness and flavor to pancakes, biscuits, and cakes. It's also a popular ingredient in marinades, salad dressings, and even smoothies. Section 8. Washing away the excess. A clean break for butter. Once the butter has separated from the buttermilk, it's essential to wash it thoroughly. This crucial step removes any remaining buttermilk trapped within the butter grains, preventing spoilage and ensuring a clean, fresh flavor. Washing the butter is a simple process. Cold water is poured over the butter grains, and the mixture is gently agitated to rinse away the buttermilk. This process is repeated several times until the water runs clear, indicating that all traces of buttermilk have been removed. Washing not only removes unwanted flavors, but also helps to extend the butter's shelf life. Buttermilk, if left unrinsed, can cause the butter to spoil more quickly. Section 9. Salting, enhancing flavor and shelf life. After washing, the butter is ready for its final touch salting. Salt is added to butter for two primary reasons: to enhance its flavor and to extend its shelf life. Salt acts as a natural preservative, inhibiting the growth of bacteria and mold. The amount of salt added to butter varies depending on personal preference and intended use. Unsalted butter, also known as sweet cream butter, is often preferred in baking, as it allows for greater control over the final product's saltiness. Salted butter, on the other hand, is a versatile table butter, perfect for spreading on bread, topping vegetables, or adding a touch of flavor to cooked dishes. Once the salt has been incorporated, the butter is ready to be shaped and packaged for distribution. Section 10. Shaping and packaging from churn to table. The final stage of the butter making process involves shaping the butter into familiar blocks, sticks, or tubs and packaging it for sale. Traditionally, butter was shaped by hand using wooden paddles or molds. Today, industrial processes utilize automated machines that efficiently shape and package large quantities of butter. Butter is typically packaged in airtight containers or wrappers to protect it from light, air, and moisture, all of which can cause it to spoil more quickly. The packaging also often includes information about the butter's fat content, origin, and any added ingredients, such as salt. From the farm to the factory to your refrigerator, butter undergoes a fascinating journey. And now that you know the secrets behind its creation, you can appreciate every creamy bite even more. Section 11. Butter up your life. Butter, a culinary staple for centuries, continues to hold a special place in our hearts and on our tables. Its rich flavor, versatility, and ability to elevate even the simplest dishes make it an indispensable ingredient in kitchens worldwide. Understanding the butter-making process, from the humble cream to the final packaged product, deepens our appreciation for this culinary treasure. So the next time you spread butter on your toast or savor a buttery pastry, take a moment to acknowledge the journey it took to get there. Embrace the goodness of butter and all it brings to your culinary adventures. And remember, a little butter makes everything better.